Mario, 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 Mario. Uh,
Yeah.
this is director Sammy Knight.
And this is me, the guest star, Aaron Michael Thompson.
Yeah, and both of us, we wrote the script for this Media Dodger episode together, for lack of a better way to phrase it.
I mean, we technically used what is it called, Tupper Box on. But yeah, I consider it screenwriting.
Yeah, that's as close as we can get. And so here's Aaron's character, the obsessive Mario fanboy who wants everything to be right.
Chopper.
Yeah, that's the character's
And actually, and the character's name, Chopper, actually, it comes from a character I used to play, I used to imagine as a kid.
Yeah. And then there's the whole thing with the Super Mario Brothers movie DVD cover. There's Aaron's story with it, having first seen the DVD cover.
That is actually true. That's basically how it happened in a way.
He saw
paraphrasing in some areas, but yeah.
He saw it in a Walmart once. He thought it looked stupid because it did not look like Mario.
And at that time, I badly wanted a Mario movie. So, and thankfully, my childhood wish is going to come true, real soon.
Yeah, we're going to have an actual animated Mario movie that looks and feels like Mario.
And it's something younger me badly wanted.
And instead, earlier, there was this live-action version made in the early 90s in a time when video game movies were not common.
And younger me thought it looked absolutely stupid.
And here we are about to watch it. And Chopper's just watching it while he's got a game being downloaded.
And what's funny is the game that was being downloaded was actually Metroid Prime, but I cropped it out as I was filming it.
Yep. And it was actually downloading. It had close to the runtime of the movie, so I figured, yeah, it was perfect.
It's funny, it worked all together quite well somehow.
Yep. It just worked. The timing couldn't be better. Media Dodger was sponsored by Kings of Timing.
Yeah. Also, it's sponsored by Powerade Zero Sugar.
And Sprite.
Yeah, Sprite. Speaking of which, let me get my Mountain Dew. This commentary is sponsored by Mountain Dew.
And I just have a big old bag of Doritos. This commentary was sponsored by Doritos.
I also, about that beer, that scene where I'm like, I'm doing the same. Well, actually, that was root beer. I was kind of the one that came up with that idea. I was walking through a local supermarket, and I thought, what if I actually put root beer in a glass cup? And, well, basically that's what ended up happening.
Yep, we're gonna see it in the videos sometime soon. And here we are, the opening titles. It's, of course, it doesn't feel like we heard the Mario theme at the beginning, and then we saw an animated history lesson of dinosaurs, and then the title. Other than those two things. Other than those two things, there was really nothing that screams Mario.
And man, if I saw this as a kid, I probably would have lost my mind already.
Yeah.
And what's funny, as we're recording this commentary, I'm playing Mario Odyssey.
Here's Bob Hoskins, and then there's little boy John Leguizamo.
This would be like me if I interrupted the footage and show me playing Mario Odyssey. No, I'm not doing that. We're not going to do it.
Bob Hoskins has such a negative attitude in this movie. Perfectly reflects on how he was feeling on set.
And you know what? I was like, I don't blame
him. Yeah, the story of the making of the movie is more entertaining than the movie itself. though the movie,
Well, that's what we thought at first.
yeah, the story of the making of the movie is more interesting, but the movie itself, that can it
It's
can,
actually not the worst.
yeah,
And you know what? Now I can respect it for what it is, kind of. Like, I mean, yeah, it's not perfect, but they had a vision,
it
and I'll
was
respect that, they kind of stuck to it.
it was the first time a video game was being adapted into a live action feature. And yeah, a live action
And of
feature.
course, this led to tons of others.
Yeah. And before there was like around the time the first Super Mario Brothers game came out, there was an anime feature that was like Super Mario Brothers, the Great Princess Rescue or something like that.
And there was a fan made dub of that, I believe, later on.
Yeah, fan made dub in English because it was only released
Which
in Japan.
the Nostalgia Critic reviewed, I believe.
Yeah, Nostalgia
I didn't
Critic.
sit through the whole video.
Yeah, Nostalgia Critic talked about it much after he talked about the live action one.
And he lost his mind with that one.
Yeah. He totally lost his mind. He had a huge nostalgic curve towards Mario that the live action film was just garbage to him.
Yeah.
Oh, and here's the
basically
scene.
It was like me.
And here's the scene. I drink the Sprite can, crazy effects. I with the whole drunkenness thing going on with you, like I just figured, okay, you know what? I might as well go all the way with it. I might as well just go all JonTron when he talked about the Home Alone games. JonTron was like, okay, that's it. This is the best game ever.
Yeah, I kind of caught on to that. That was a reference. I sort of recognized it. You and I kind of have similar things that we're a fan of, basically.
Yep.
Forget it. I have a feeling actually that my Chopper voice was kind of influenced by JonTron in a way. It does kind of sound a bit like it at some points.
Yeah, a little bit, yeah. Especially when you
Makes
were
me wonder.
drinking. Yeah, makes you wonder.
It kind of sounds the same when I'm drunk.
Yep, and then the disguises.
Oh, yeah. Disguises. First, Mario. I can't remember the line.
All right, first Sonic Scapelli. And then Daisy. Might as well be Mario and Luigi as well. And you're also in disguise with the Clark Kent glasses.
Yeah, it's my actual glasses, by the way. I thought of that kind of on the spot, I think. Or It was like during the rehearsal.
Yeah. And neither of us are any experts at plumbing. So Aaron came up with that line like, actually have a mess up when Mario said, why 116 open-ended?
Like, I loved it. Like, I messed it up, and I was like, well, you know what? I don't know much about plumbing.
Yeah. Luigi! And now here we are in this Blade Runner inspired city.
It seems more inspired by Blade Runner than anything else.
Yeah.
That's a movie I really want to see sometime soon.
There's a lot of fungus. There's the disregards for safety. It's just an absolute hellhole, this one.
I gotta say, wearing the costume, I kind of hated wearing the costume, but only because it was kind of uncomfortable, especially with the gloves. Like, I physically, one of the behind the scenes videos, I was saying these gloves are messing around with my hands. They just do not feel comfortable.
The gloves are the spawn of Satan.
They legit just feel so uncomfortable on my skin, thanks to autism sensitivity and stuff. Just, oh man.
Yeah, and then here's Dennis Hopper over here. Does that look like Bowser? It does not look like Bowser. And
It does not!
And then there's this. I edited that. I edited a video of the downloading screen on the Switch.
and I was just like, oh no.
We still have over an hour to sit through.
And I think I have Oscar-winning acting in this. I just legit sound like I'm crying.
Yeah. And it's all the mushrooms you have to take just to grasp the fact that this is Bowser. He's played by Dennis Hopper. He is not a giant fire-breathing dragon turtle thing.
You know, I will not have to take more mushrooms. I'm trying to remember the line.
And yeah, just take another mushroom, okay? There's Toad.
I almost thought about actually trying to get a prop, like a mushroom prop, but I'm not sure if I had one.
Yeah. Man, all the mental patients that took place, that took part in this movie, like Toad right here.
And there were a ton of like deleted scenes or deleted takes in this that I had the playlist of basically.
Yep.
I'm assuming these were taken out kind of for pacing issues, I guess.
Yeah, a lot of it was.
And for me, I'm just not an expert live action actor, so yeah.
Yep. And then there's the last names revealed: Mario and Luigi Mario, because they are the Mario brothers.
And it's like, you know, hey, are you stupid and deaf? He asked for your last name.
Yeah, Nostalgia Critic even made an Abbott and Costello routine out of it. What's your first name? Mario. What's your last name? Mario. What's your last name? Mario. And then turn.
Just shut up. Just
What's your first name? Luigi. What's your last name? Mario. Shut up. Oh yeah, and there's the pillow screaming.
Oh man.
That is a Goomba, I guess.
Yeah, and there was a line in there like I had. It was like, if I don't look at it, it won't hurt me. If I don't look at it, it won't hurt me. Just like going insane.
I just thought the mental patient line with the Goomba seemed to fit more, because you call Koopa and Toad mental patients. Because with the Goomba, it was easy to see that was someone in a costume. It's a mental patient.
Yeah, I'm a Goomba, you know.
Except it would be Frank Welker Goomba noises like.
Oh my goodness, was that actually?
Stretchy fungus right there.
Oh man, you know that's like pizza making gone wrong.
All sorts of wrong in that pizza making, and oh boy, what happened in that kitchen?
Yeah. Honestly, I'm gonna have PTSD if I ever think about what happened in the kitchen.
And if your kid watched this movie, you probably have some PTSD looking at Yoshi for the first time.
Oh, and this, you know what's surprising? I actually got my first line on there, like first time. I was, it's almost like I'm a veteran, I guess, with how good I do it. I suppose.
Yeah.
Well, I won't say it's perfect because I'm not a god of acting.
Yeah. And that Yoshi design, though, it's supposed to look cute. And here, it looks like a Velociraptor animatronic stolen from Jurassic Park.
And if I'm right, this movie came out a little bit before Jurassic Park, but I see what you mean.
Yeah.
But, man, 1993 was an insane year for movies.
Yeah, the dinosaur variety also. And that same year, there was an animated dinosaur movie called We're Back. A dinosaur story.
Dinosaurs. It must have been a popular year for dinosaurs.
Yep. Well, yeah, dinosaurs of a specific type, as in Jurassic Park specific type.
You bet Jurassic. No, I'm not saying it.
No.
I got reminded of that AVGN line in the Spielberg Games episode.
Oh yeah, and earlier we saw the clip from Under the Cherry Moon, which, as I was writing
Yeah,
the insults scene from the Mario movie, like he came up with the way to use that clip.
and I actually screen recorded it off of one video, and I just remembered it when I got reminded of it while watching the movie with him. I was just like, oh my goodness, that reminds me of Under the Cherry Moon of all movies. And I just was like, we got to have that be in there.
And Mario just grabbed the rock with his teeth while the rock was at this girl's cleavage. Just
Oh. And we were just, shocked.
because this is some adult scene going on in a movie that was marketed to kids who were fans
And-
of the Mario series.
And you know what? Let's just see if Nintendo does the same.
Oh dear.
And in fact, if I'm right, they actually bought the rights to a porn movie starring Super Mario Brothers. Like, they bought the rights to it just to make sure it doesn't actually get released. I think I heard that a long time ago.
Wow, that's actually really clever.
Yeah, they buy the rights. It's kind of like me if someone made made a movie of Sean Wheatfield. I'd be like, no, you're not doing it. I'm just gonna, yeah.
Yeah. And here they
Or
are.
kind of like with HIP.
Here they are in red and green, just like we remember seeing them. It finally freaking happened. I knew I needed that to be in there when we saw that.
Oh man, just they finally done it. Some of that was actually improv from me. I guess I kind of thought, well, what if he needed some words to come out of my mouth? So
Yeah. And then Yoshi just got freaking stabbed in the neck. Oh.
you know this movie's supposed to be for kids, right?
And here is the Mushroom King himself, literally.
You know, I hope he gets his look from his mom. I hope she gets a look from his mom. I can't remember the name.
She definitely gets her looks from her mother, not her father. Yep.
Quote unquote father. Again, mental patience.
Mental patience seems to be like a running theme, except for Yoshi, who was just designed by a mental patient.
Yeah.
Where's my pizza? That is such a random thing to say while you're giving orders for Total War.
It's like me interrupting this footage to play Mario Odyssey.
It's almost there. It is almost there. Oh, here's Koopa. He's got them cornered. Sir, your pizza's here. No, I don't have no time for pizza. I got the good guys where I want them. Okay, now he is being serious. And ooh, here's the scene. The Mario Odyssey scene.
Oh, yeah.
and he pushes it away.
That's like me.
Hey, you want to see something cool? Yeah, Aaron came up with the idea, like voice recorded him saying, "Hey, you want to see something cool?" for a scene like that.
And, it obviously comes from Puss in Boots, The Last Wish, I believe the movie's called.
Yep. And I just thought, hey, I could use this. And yeah, I did. And in order to really hit the impact after the voice line is said, I had to, use a punch sound effect and boost its volume to increase the impact.
Bass boosted, I guess.
Yep.
And, I also kind of gave him the sound effect from Indiana Jones, the punch sound effects, which I loved so much.
Yep. And it was an Indiana Jones punch sound effect for when he punched the footage away.
I actually suggested that.
Yep. I took the suggestion. I even added some more sound effects, like a crash sound effects, and like, meow!
Like the stereotypical cat.
Monkey!
Oh, don't tell me. Is that supposed to be Donkey Kong?
Dang monkey!
Monkey!
Mushroom!
Yeah, you know what? We should have taken the mushroom.
Oh, yep.
And I did the visual effects for that one.
And it's just like the opening to SpongeBob.
Yeah, basically that's the influence I took for it. And also just those weird moments in like cartoons where they have that sort of effect. That's sort of the influence I took there.
Yeah.
I'm
And
trying to remember where else that happened in.
ooh. See you later, alligator. Time to take this prehistoric monster down. Those are insane effects for a movie based on such a simple property.
Oh man.
And and from what I remember, like one of the ideas for the movie actually had visuals that looked a lot more, fairy tale like, some in a similar vein to Wizard of Oz.
And there is still some sort of Wizard of Oz feel in the movie in a way.
Yeah, there are a couple references like I don't think we're in Brooklyn no more.
Yeah.
And yep, sequel bait at the end of the first movie. First movie, more like only movie.
Well, if I'm right, actually, I think I read online that, like, contrary to belief, there actually was not a sequel planned for some reason. I don't understand. If you haven't had a sequel planned, then why on earth do you have something that sort of hints at one?
Yeah, like that would be a that's kind of a weird statement. I'm going to take that with a grain of salt because they had to be planning a sequel if they had that cliffhanger there. They had to be.
Like, I mean, but hey, the sequel did eventually happen, sort of.
It's just a fan comic with the original writers attached.
Which, I mean, it's close enough, I guess.
Yeah, close enough.
There was also a director's cut, sort of director's cut of this movie that was made by a fan, and I haven't checked it out yet, but maybe, I don't know, maybe I could probably do something, like watch it.
Yeah. Maybe someday.
And when we get the end credits as well, I remember when we watched the movie together that there's this thing like lately I came up with this like fake love ballad, and it too much detail to go into for this, but anyway, it's basically my heart is like sand.
It's everywhere. Let's also not forget that it is coarse and rough and irritating.
Irritating. Yes. Just like I sang that as like we sat through the credits.
And yeah, there was actually originally a line for when Koopa's in the mud bath. I love about mud. It's clean, it's dirty at the same time. And there was even a response to it.
Yeah, like I was like, oh, I hate mud. It's gross, sticky, and it's I can't even remember
Yeah,
what I said in it.
Yeah, I just had that feeling because it reminded me of Anakin hating sand.
And it was. I tried to like make it sort of a reference to it.
Yeah. What a movie. A fantastically crazy, laughable sci-fi movie that just happens to have the Mario name.
And it's funny too because you think about those some other '90s movies like this, like Street Fighter. They're kind of the same in areas, basically.
Oh, we're at the credits. The video's almost done.
Oh yeah, my heart is like that.
And the movie even had a '90s style pop song.
Yeah, that's basically why I started singing it.
Yep.
There.
And to end this, pop song time. My heart will go on and on